We started training camp. There's so many questions. We had a plan that what we thought about our team, but we need to play these games, and we have a long ways to go still. But wherever they keep score, of course, you want to score more points as often as you can. But we need to finish tonight, and the plan was to play the guys a little bit more. I think offensively, I know Davis went all the way in. I think it's important to come out. Play the first half and then come out at least one quarter, at least one series of the third quarter, which we're able to do. We're a running football team, and offensively, we have a good offensive line. Even though we held a couple of our top line players out, but running back wise, Damon Pierce has been that way every time we've given him the ball. He's a good football player. And there are some other good things we did on the offensive side of the football. Protecting the ball, of course, is important to us. And as I said, defensively, whenever you get a shutout, that's big. You got to take the ball away. You got to win that turnover ratio. And so there's a lot of good things we did tonight. Injury-wise, we had a couple bumps and bruises. We'll kind of see where it goes tomorrow. Take your question.
Well, it should make your determination on the running back rotation and looking at what Damian's done and what Marlon's done. What do you feel like Damian's done to make a case to be the starting job, or your primary running back, however you choose to control the starters?
We'll be announcing starting lineups and all of that, but our plan through the preseason was to let all the guys play, and then normally let players play. They show you who should start, who should play. Damon has taken advantage of every opportunity he's gotten. I think for everybody that's seen him play, the few games he's played, you've been impressed. But I thought Marlon Mack did some good things too, carrying the ball. Royce Freeman. We have a strong running back room. We started camp that way, and they've confirmed everything we thought before camp.
Lovie, a couple questions. We noticed Roy Lopez wasn't out there. Was he injured?
Yeah, little soft tissue injury. Shouldn't be much. Nothing to keep him out of the first game, anything like that. Going into the third preseason game, if guys aren't just 100% or close to that, we held them a little bit. He'll be fine. Nothing serious.
And also, what are your thoughts on Kenyon Green's game? His first preseason game, I believe.
Yeah.
Since the injury, it seemed like he had a couple holes. What did you see?
I can't wait to see the video, but the plays I did see. There's a reason why we drafted him in the first round. He's a good football player. I thought he did some good things out there, made some good plays, but he's capable of that. Eventually, Kenyon will be in the lineup. LT will be back out there. Justin Britt will be there. A.J. Cann, and, of course, Titus Howard. So like what, the offensive line has done, but can't wait to see, our starting group as they, start playing together.
Lovie, you got to see Davis come back out after halftime. Did you or have said anything to him going into halftime for him to end that drive and right out the way that he did?
As far as coming back and playing, the plan all along was for him to play first half and get one series in the second half. So that was just what the plan was along. He knew what it was. We all knew what it was before. And in an ideal world, we wanted him to have some success. Come out one drive, do something good, and then get out of there, which we were able to do.
And then this entire preseason is about finding the right 53 men. A guy like Kurt Hinish, who is an undrafted free agent, for him to have the game that he's had in the preseason that he's had, how does that help benefit your defensive line?
It helps. It's about making plays when you get an opportunity. But you say 53, I say 70. We're going to have 16 practice squad players, one international player, so we're going to have a 70-man roster, and we're going to try to do whatever we can to keep as many of the players that we like as possible. Kurt has taken advantage of his opportunities too, but he's been like that just about every day of training camp also.
Lovie, did you see anything tonight that you were looking for or hoping to see? I know there's still, you got to watch the tape, but Anything that you have, okay, we want this now. You don't have to tell me what it is. I'm just
Oh, no, I'll tell you what it is. No problem. We don't have any secrets in here, do we? No, there's a lot that we liked, but can't say that anything really, surprised us. Going in, all of our players knew we had one more opportunity. If there's something you haven't shown the coaching staff to do it tonight. So I felt like we were going to get someone was going to do something that maybe we haven't seen. And it's always exciting for some of the guys a little bit farther down the depth chart to get an opportunity to make a couple plays, like a Jake Hansen, getting in, getting a big interception there. So you're always excited about those kind of things that happen. That would be a fine if one of our guys did that.
Coach, can you talk about the play of Jalen Petrie tonight?
What I really noticed, what we notice is when you're making a whole lot of big flash plays. Jalen has been consistent throughout. He's a smart player. He's been like a sponge as far as learning, but he's going to be around the ball. That's what we've seen since OTAs. So I'm excited about going forward with him and him lining up for us when Indy comes into town.
And you got a chance to get a couple of your veterans out there on the defensive line tonight. Can you just talk about the impact of Jerry Hughes had on the game?
As we talk about the plan for Davis and some of the other guys, the plan for some of our players that hadn't played, Malik Collins, Jerry, Mario, our defensive ends. We wanted to get them just some time. We didn't want the first game against Indy to be their first action. But we've seen those guys throughout practice. They've been outstanding. They can rush. I like what they did early on while they were out there. So what we wanted to get accomplished with some of those players, we were able to do that tonight.
Got time for 3 more.
Lovie, you mentioned when you first got in here that there were some things that you guys need to improve on or some things y'all need to do better. Even being 3-0 in the preseason, what did you not like? Specifically from tonight, but what did you not like?
Well, I thought, we did improve on some things. We had 11 penalties one preseason game, and the guys have really concentrated on that. We talk a lot about the turnover ratio. They made a couple good plays, to take the ball, at least one to take the ball away. But besides that, I thought, we protected the football fairly well. And I just thought it was just good, hard-nosed football. Two teams, with fullbacks on their rosters that like to run the football. So it's not going to be a whole lot of passing, in some of these games. So that was the kind of game we wanted to play tonight. I like a lot of what we did.
You guys have been able to force some turnovers. Have been able to
Work
get
with
some takeaways.
Thank you.
Throughout the preseason, been able to hold first team offenses to a small amount of points. What's the balance in not getting too high, because it is a preseason, but still allowing that to still breed confidence into your defense?
We have professional guys in the room. We realize it's preseason, but I look at it just like practice. Every day you go out for practice, we had fans, a lot of fans showed up for our training camp, but they're not going to keep it in the permanent record. But whenever you're competing, you want to do well. And as far as that would be an immature team that would say, hey, let's not get too high. No, I tell the guys to respond and react to what has happened. And what has happened is we've done some good things, which has allowed us to win all of our preseason games. We know we got to start over, but we would rather be 3-0 instead of 0-3 right now. So there's a lot of answers to some of the questions that we had. That's what we're going to build on. Tomorrow, we're going to go. Guys are going to come in. We're going to watch the video. We're going to clean up what we need to and get ready to go from there.
Coach, getting back on the defensive effort, you gotta like the pressure that's all throughout the game, especially up front seven, bringing a lot of pressure against straight lines. Without seeing the tape and just reviewing what you saw throughout the defensive effort, you can talk about the pressure you got to bring it up front throughout the game.
We're a four-man front. The defensive line is the engine of our defense. It starts there. And in an ideal world, we have irrematchable blitz. We want to be able to get pressure with four guys. And it's an insult to our defensive line if we do blitz. And they've been rushing the passer like that throughout camp. And in all the preseason games, we've liked the pressure we've been able to get. And it's just not the starting four. We're talking about everybody that's played and the guys that have finished the game and played hard. Our numbers were down, and we were searching there at the end. But that's how the guys have performed. Our defensive line will, we're going to dress at least 8 each week, and they're going to need to perform well for us to win game.
Last one, Dave.
Lovie, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
The preseason. I'm curious, at the end of the first half, I think it was a 3rd and 3 you guys handed off to Burkhead, and then it was a 4th and 1. And an opportunity maybe to see Davis in the 2-minute drill, and you guys chose the punt. Was that just because you don't want to show too much on tape, or you knew Davis was playing in the 3rd quarter? What was the thought process there?
Well, there's a lot that goes into it. First off, it's the 3rd preseason game. A lot of players aren't playing. We wanted to get a look, but we didn't want to do too much. Try to, limit the, opportunities maybe for an injury or something like that. So, during the regular season, we may have a different game plan in that situation, but that's exactly what we wanted to do tonight.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
How does he make things possibly easier for you?
Yeah, I mean, when you have somebody running the ball like that and the offensive line blocking like that for him, and we're consistently running the ball well downhill, it opens up a lot in the pass game, but also, just keeps the defense guessing. Obviously we want to be a run-first football team, and with him back there, we're really confident in doing that.
Davis coming out after halftime, you guys made some adjustments. We were able to get into the end zone for an easy touchdown. Did Pep tell you anything during that time, or did you kind of just reset your mind when you're back in the locker room?
We just kept calling our stuff. Obviously, you get a little mental reset at halftime. Make sure you're what you thought that you were getting in the first half from the defense. Making sure that's accurate with what you thought and like what you're actually going to get in the second half too. So just wanted to come out and put together a drive at the start of the half and go down and get points, and that's what we did.
And then on the interception, it looked like that Chris maybe ran the wrong route. Was it supposed to be a different route toward the outside, or was it just a bad timing?
No, it was the right route. I got to give him a better ball there. We talk about it. If you kind of compare quarterback to golf, it's where you miss, not where you make every throw. So you got to give him a better ball there.
Go ahead, Brandon. Yeah, you were hitting on it now, but just want to ask, immediately after the game, in a moment like this, what are some of the moments that you're replaying in your head, both positive and negative, from your own performance, or from the offense as a whole, I should say?
Yeah, obviously you'd like to see the film to confirm some things, but that throw to Chris Moore down in the end zone after our defense got a turnover, that was a big one. Like I just said, it's where you miss, not where you end up throwing it. So got to give him a better ball away from the defender's leverage, and then the other throw I went back is probably the go ball to Nico on the right sideline that we ended up getting pass interference on, but I just hung that one up and underthrew it and would like to put a little more on it so we can probably, end up scoring on that play rather than just getting the pass interference call.
So even though it was a
Yeah, it ended up being a positive play, but it could have been much better.
And then what about, positively, some of the things that you're kind of glad that you did today, or glad that you guys did some moments?
Yeah, I thought we handled our operation really well with the centers that were in there and the offensive line. I thought all our guys, I don't know if we had any MEs or MAs today from our guys out on the edge and in the backfield. So just want to continue to execute at a high level and play a full team football game.
Davis, after 3 preseason games, what do you feel like you need to improve on heading into the regular season?
There's stuff game plan wise. Just want to keep executing our offense at the highest level possible. Like I said, missed that one throw today. Want to continue to up my accuracy and make sure I'm getting my guys out on the edge chances to make big plays and just play, like I said, full team football game all around. I can lead the offense and then make sure the guys on special teams and defense are doing the same.
Davis, what were your impressions on Kenny Green getting the opportunity to play for the first time tonight?
It was awesome. Excited for him to get in there and get some more live action. He's been banged up a little bit throughout camp and coming out of school, so it's exciting to get him finally in there. I think he had a pancake on one of his first plays, so that's exciting that he finally getting his feet wet.
For you personally, how much more confident do you feel from even the beginning of camp to where you are right now, leading up to the season?
I'm very confident. I mean, I think every rep you get adds to your experience level, your memory bank. So the more reps I get, the more and more comfortable I am out there. So, I mean, it's exciting just with what we have moving forward.
All right, last two. Go ahead, Cody.
Davis, going back to last week, you said it, Coach said it, a couple of the other teammates said it, that, you guys haven't showed what you guys are really working on the offensive side of the ball. Of course, without giving anything away, one, how much better do you think this offense can be? And two, what are some of the things that you guys are working on that can really help y'all push the ball down the field?
Yeah, I mean, I think the sky's the limit with what we're capable of doing on offense. I mean, I think it's going to be very unique to what we're going to do here compared to different teams around the league. So it's going to be really exciting kind of pulling some of those tricks out of the bag once we get to week 1 versus Colts.
Last one, Cole.
Davis, not having Brandon Cooks out there, we know he's going to be available on Sundays, but teams are going to know what he's capable of and being able to double team him. How does not having him play get you more familiarity with guys like Nico and Chris and other players who are going to be effective in the passing attack?
Yeah, I mean, when you have a number 1 receiver like that, once we get in the game plan, he's going to be the number 1 guy in a lot of progressions. We're trying to find ways to get him the ball. So when he's not available like he was throughout preseason, it does give you valuable time with other guys to continue building chemistry and timing and getting on the same page with those guys. So, I mean, it's exciting just continuing to develop with those other playmakers.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
That's it for podium.